Welcome to In Touch Think STEAM Career Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Ayo Olufade. This podcast explores the evolving world of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics in underrepresented community, including Blacks, Indigenous, people of color, girls, and Africa. STEAM is important in our community because our health, economy, and our future depends on the solid foundation and innovation and our people's participation in STEAM careers. To inspire and to support the creation of innovative solution for sustainable development that will contribute to the positive change in the BIPOC community for improving the quality of life. And as STEAM field continue to evolve, this podcast will attempt to connect with people, with men and women who are champions of STEAM education and careers in the STEAM field to gain insight into how the BIPOC community can be part of the innovation in the STEAM careers and field. Today, I am privileged and I'm honored and delighted to introduce Mrs. Caroline Nyaga. Mrs. Nyaga is the founder of the Kenya Women in STEAM Initiative. She is a professional educator. She is passionate about STEAM education. She is teaching an interdisciplinary course in biology and chemistry. She is exuberant and a go-getter. Mrs. Nyaga loves empowering girls and women to be self-sufficient, to develop themselves through self-discovery and enhancement to become productive and proactive individual in the society. She's a firm believer in the teaching of our Lord Jesus Christ. So, Mrs. Nyaga, welcome to In Touch Think STEAM Career Podcast. And thank you for joining me to discuss your STEAM initiative in Kenya and your goal of empowering girls and women through college and careers in the STEAM field. Why don't we start with an introduction? Tell us about yourself and your STEAM initiative in Kenya and your goal of empowering girls and women through a strong foundation in STEAM education.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. My name is Caroline Nyaga. I am a Kenyan by nationality and birth. On top of that, I'm a teacher by profession. I am also a passionate STEAM educator. I hold a Bachelor's of Education degree from Kenyatta University in Kenya with specialization in biology and chemistry subjects. I am also pursuing a Master of Arts degree from Liverpool John Moores University in the UK. I'm doing this online. This is after I was able to secure a scholarship with UNICAF. And on top of that, I am also pursuing a course, a teacher professional development course in line with the Teacher Service Commission here in Kenya. And this is actually to empower teachers in Kenya to become self-sufficient and to become empowered as teachers in line with the 21st century goals. Caroline is also the founder of Kenyan Women in STEAM Initiative, an education-based initiative that seeks to empower, educate, and engage girls and young women to take up STEAM for economic development and to help them to become self-sufficient and to allow girls to become empowered. Yeah, my aim is to empower girls in STEAM and to help them to realize themselves and their hidden potentials. Yeah, this is just all about myself. Yeah, and on top of that, I'm also married. I'm a mother of 3, and I'm blessed to have 2 boys and 1 girl.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent introduction indeed. So how did you get interested in STEAM education? And What was the inspiration behind the Kenya initiative that you started? Can you please share, please? Can you please tell us?
Okay, as I've said, I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
In my current station where I teach at school called Caroline Secondary School, it is a mixed day secondary school. And I've been privileged to be able to interact with girls and boys at the same time. Also, having been the head of department for guidance and counseling, I'm able to interact more with the students because they come to me in the office with different issues that I'm able to guide and to counsel them. And that is where I was able to realize that there's a huge gap when it comes to girls and after school. What happens to these girls after they finish school, after they finish high schools? Most of these girls either get married, others get early pregnancy, they don't have a future. So I decided to think about something that I can do to reduce these cases. And that is how Kenyan Women in STEAM initiative was born. It was actually born in April of this year. And this actually emanated from a passion,
Hmm.
a passion I have in sciences. And I decided to think about something to do with STEAM because that is where I believe that the world is heading to a STEAM world. Yeah, where people become creative in their thinking. Uh, People are able to become go-getters and even empowered and come up with something that they can help themselves even without relying on office jobs. So that is how Kenyan Women in STEAM initiative was born.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
what is the state of STEAM education or STEM education in Kenya currently?
Okay, in Kenya currently, I would say that STEAM education is still not, it's not very popular. Yeah, it's still gaining popularity, especially in the urban areas, but in the rural setup, it's not very popular. Yeah, and that's why I felt the need to close the gap between rural and urban. I'm more of urban, but the school where I teach is a rural setup. So I decided to bring this mindset of STEAM to the rural students to help them to become more creative and empowered. Yeah.
So how much support do you get from the federal government of Kenya and or the non-profit organization in Kenya or the profit organization in Kenya? Do school, even in the urban settings, do they have the teachers have support to teach STEM courses? Do they have support in terms of the after-school programs? Do you have the type of resources like in terms of uh, you know, when it comes to STEAM, we've moved into, I'm not sure if this is applicable in Kenya or not, but here in the state, in the United States, many of our states have adopted a next generation science standards. And in that standard, um, there is a framework uh, that that is based on three-dimensional, all right, three-dimensional process of teaching. That basically include the science and engineering practices, the cross-cutting concepts, and then of course the core disciplinary concepts. So in terms of the science and engineering practices, uh, are there professional development that are given to teachers? Are there resources, that support the inquiry sides of the science and the design science sides of the engineering? Does the government, are there, organization that supports teachers in regards uh, to this aspect of teaching STEAM or science classes or discipline?
Well, no, actually, the answer is no to that because
Yeah.
for my part, I have not received any support so far from the government.
Okay.
And on top of that, teachers we are also not exposed to um, courses or teacher professional development in terms of STEAM. Where I've been teaching, I actually use my own laptop. I use my own bundles for internet. Yeah, and it's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to have students, a class of 25 students and above. Yeah, gazing at your mini laptop.
Mm.
Yeah, you're teaching. It's not easy because we also don't have the projectors. So it's very hard. It's very hard incorporating technology in the classroom. Yeah, because the resources are not there, especially in the public schools. The resources are actually not there.
Mm.
But when it comes to private schools, yeah, because of probably the urban setup, I'd say that these resources are there in plenty. Yeah, but for the rural setup, it's not easy to find the 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 technology. Yeah.
Okay. So what are currently, so you did mention the resources, the lack of resources. So are there other challenges? I know currently you are also the head of the school guidance and counseling department. And as the head of the department, what are some of the challenges that you face, and how will you like to support your girls and the women that you teach?
Yeah, okay, for because I've said this is a mixed school.
Yes,
We have girls and we have boys.
yes,
Girls have their own problems, boys have their own problems. But the main challenge with the boys in
yes.
the school is with absenteeism
Mm,
and drug abuse.
okay,
Yeah, and then for the girls, we have so many cases of pregnancies,
yes,
unwanted pregnancies, and dropout rates. Most girls just drop out of school. Yeah, and when you follow them up, they tell you that they want to get married. I'm above 18, so I just want to get married.
wow,
Yeah, and the law says that anyone who is above 18, yeah, whether they are student or not, they are able to just get married. So it has not been easy. So what I've done, what I've been able to do, apart from just guiding and counseling these students, I've tried to bring them back to school and just to let them finish the high school because we normally have an examination that has to be done.
mm,
There's an examination that has to be done for the students to try to move from high school to college or the university. So I just entice these students, these girls, to just come sit for these exams, yeah, and then maybe just go. Yeah, although they have already made up their mind that they want to get married, they want to become mothers at a very early age. So it has been very tough
mm,
on our part, even as teachers.
wow,
Yeah, so that is actually why there's the need to speed up this organization just to close the gap, yeah, between the dropout rates and the employment rates. Yeah,
mm,
these girls need to become empowered. These girls, they need to realize that there are so many opportunities better than just getting married and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, they need to have that in mind. Yeah,
So
that is actually the reason why I desire to have these girls um, become self-empowered and realize themselves when they are still in high school through the use of technology, just letting them interact even with the outside world and allow them to see the many opportunities that are out there for technology.
mm.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, the kind of support that you also need will be things like connecting the students with successful women uh, in different industries.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
having that capacity to be able to do that, that will be extremely important. You mentioned, uh, the perception or the desire of not wanting to continue after high school, but just or maybe dropping out to become or to get married. But this could also, do you think that this could also be due to the fact that there are no role models for the girls to
Sure.
see?
Yes.
So, what are some of the, do you have a percentage of girls that graduate even from high school to college, or the numbers of girls that graduate from college or that are interested in going to college and, majoring in the STEM field or the STEAM field? Do you have a percentage that uh,
Yeah, roughly below 50%. I'd say it's below 50%.
okay, it's below
Yeah.
50%? Wow.
Yeah.
So is there like a national push to see more women and girls going or pursuing college and careers in the STEM field? Is there a concerted effort in Kenya uh, by the federal government or by the community itself? What about the parents? What is the perception of the parents about the importance of their children going and pursuing college in STEM or other field? Is there any push from the parents themselves or the government?
No, actually, the parents, it's like their parents are also the same way as the girls. They got married early, so
Yes,
they actually don't also have the role models. So the main issue here is the role models.
yes,
Yeah, and when it comes to the government forgets that there are students in the rural setup.
mm,
Most of these government setups normally concentrate on the students in the urban.
mm,
Yeah, so these rural girls, they are left out. Yeah, so when we are just individuals are the ones who are able to reach out
okay.
to these girls. Yeah.
So far with your initiative, how much support have you gained? Uh, from the government, from the nonprofits, and from profits corporations. Do you have any support at all?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm just hoping to get support. Yeah, I have not yet.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what is your ambition? What is your intention? What is your plan, your mission, your vision uh, for your program?
My vision is to empower girls.
Okay.
My vision is to have them to be able to develop themselves.
Okay.
My vision is to help them to come out of the cocoon that they just have to get married to enjoy life. They need to realize that there's more to life than just getting married.
Mm,
Yeah. So that is why Kenyan Women in STEAM initiative will help them to will guide them, will counsel them even in their career goals and all that they want to know after school.
yes.
Because there's actually a program that will be after school. It will concentrate on girls who have just finished high school. Yeah,
Yes.
before they transition to college.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the kind of program that you're thinking about, is it more like counseling programs, or is it more like uh, you know, computer coding? What
It's a combination. It's a combination.
is a
Yeah,
combination?
they first need to be taken through the guidance
Okay.
and yeah, before they get into the coding and all that.
Okay. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
I noticed that you also currently work for the Global School Advocacy Group. So, can you tell us a little bit about that group that you work for, and what is the mission of your advocacy group? You've been really involved and busy.
Yes, I'm a jack of all trades. So, Global Advocates, it's a group of, it's an organization that I applied on LinkedIn actually.
Okay.
So, the most what we went through was some skills. We had to undergo a 1 month program where we were taught about the different sustainable goals of education
Okay.
and how to incorporate these goals of education to our schools.
Mm,
So we are supposed to look for one goal of education, or one of the sustainable goals that you need to work on. So I chose the quality education. And yeah, through quality education, I want to provide quality education to my students, even through this organization, providing them with quality STEAM education. Yeah, so Global Schools Advocate was a program where we learn and we also spread the news about sustainable development goals to the communities.
I see.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
good. And I also noticed that you were also a finalist for an initiative called the Jamie Firm. Is it Firms
Yeah,
initiative?
Jennifer.
Oh, Jamie Firm initiative. That was um, supported by Coca-Cola, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Uh, and you also participated in a Falling World Kenya initiative last year,
Yes,
2020. Can you,
2020.
yeah, can you share that, please, with us, with the audience? Um, so there are things that are happening literally in Kenya.
Sure.
You've been really busy too.
Yes, I have.
I'm
I
really,
have.
I'm really proud of you. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, please go ahead. Share, please.
Yeah, okay, I'll start with the Falling Walls.
Okay.
Falling Walls is actually an international organization
Okay.
that seeks to empower scientists around the world, yeah, on ways of how to break walls. That's why it's called Falling Walls. We want to break walls. Walls are the challenges that we may face in the society.
Yes.
So I participated in Kenya, and I was actually among the best participants. Yeah, my topic was on falling walls of monotonous science education in
Hmm.
secondary school. Yeah, I wanted to break the wall of lack of lack of technology use, especially in the public schools. The
Yeah.
lack of technology makes science monotonous. That's what I meant.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I wanted to break the monotony of science learning through incorporating the need to have technology.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is what. So it's actually like a competition for scientists around the world,
Okay.
where you break the wall of different things that happen in the society, in the science fields.
Hmm. This is so. Do all these science or classes in Kenya? uh, Okay, let me put it a different way. Are there a lot of technology integration, or what is the state of technology integration in the science classes in Kenya? I know initially you did mention the challenges that you are having to teach from only just a laptop and trying to share a screen with with the student without a projector. It's pretty challenging. I can imagine. Right. So,
It's
how much
true.
support, how much integration do science teachers or STEM teachers in Kenya, how much integration do they have in their of technology in their science classes?
Actually, there is no support.
Yes.
When I look back at during the coronavirus, the
Yeah.
COVID era,
Yeah.
yeah, when we broke the schools, yeah, when we came back from the long holiday,
Yes.
we had a very huge gap with the students coming back to the classroom.
Mm.
Yeah, because it was a long period for them. They were not studying. Yeah, when you look at many schools, many urban schools, they are private schools, they were able to continue with their studies online. But for our students, it was very hard. Most of these students come from homes where there are no televisions, their parents do not have smartphones. So there was nothing that they were able to learn during that period of the COVID era. So it was very hard to have the students learning. So this is actually the same case. Yeah, so the government has still tried to incorporate technology, maybe to reduce cases where a virus breaks up and then all the schools shut down. Yeah, to reduce that. So we are being told to use technology, but the more they say, there's nothing that is being done on the ground. Yeah, so it is us as teachers, or me as a teacher, I have to go my own way to look for ways to teach my students in technology.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's actually individual. It's not nothing to do with the government.
I can see. So I see why you started your initiative as some
Yeah,
to supplement or to help in regards to filling those gaps. Um,
yeah,
and then you did mention something. So I know here in the United States during the COVID pandemic, we're still going through it, but I would say for the past 2 years, when the students have been out of school, students have lost a lot in terms of knowledge and skills. Um, so what is the state of um, learning as it pertains to students in Kenya? Um, were there, I assume there were a lot of learning gaps, right? How difficult is it in trying to get the students back into the classroom and, you know, uh, get them back to pre-pandemic? How easy has it been? Has there been any learning lost? Did school continue? But you did mention that. By the way, did the school close down during the pandemic? I mean, or
yeah.
did,
The schools closed down for almost 10 months.
okay,
Yeah, the schools closed down. There was no learning. Yeah, nothing happened. So we saw our students after 10 months.
wow.
Yeah, it was not easy even to bring them back to school, their mind back to school. Yeah, because actually that's the time most of them, most students dropped out. Yeah,
Hmm,
they found other things to do. Others became pregnant. So we had to undergo a psychosocial support.
hmm.
We did many psychosocial programs for the students. Yeah, we had so much guidance and counseling and so many meetings with the students to just help them to come back to school. Yeah, but it was not easy. It was not easy at all.
I can imagine. I can
Yeah,
imagine.
yes.
Wow. Wow. I commend you, all teachers all over the world. We're all trying to try to fill the gaps, the learning
Yeah.
lost. It's been really quite a challenging past 2 years, but eventually we'll get through it. You mentioned, so you participated also in the Jamie Firm initiative.
Yes. Mm.
Do you mind talking a little bit about it, please? I believe
Yeah.
this is, and I believe that there was um, a gathering, a conference 2 days ago. You attended, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Please, can you share your experience, please? How was it?
Okay, Jamie Femmes, actually it's an initiative
Yeah.
that aims to increase the impact of African women entrepreneurs in the African economy and also to support innovative solutions for probably for sustainable development.
Mm,
Yeah, so as to contribute to improve the quality of life of people. So I applied for Jamie Femmes in June this year, and I applied using this organization, Kenyan Women in STEAM Initiative. They required the website of the organizations that we have, and they wanted to see how far we have gone in empowering African women.
mm.
So I got shortlisted, and we started the program in July of this year. Yeah, we actually very many women from Kenya, from Nigeria, and from Ivory Coast. So the first phase, the program is actually in three phases.
Okay.
The first phase is where we are in right now. We are undergoing a 4-month digital training,
Okay.
which is supposed to end in December.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is a training that is we are being taught by honorees United universities
Mm,
to help us develop different skills, yeah, to run organizations, skills such as critical thinking, creativity, yeah, behavioral intelligence, entrepreneurship. Yeah. So that's actually the first phase. We have to undergo the 4-month program. Then afterwards, we have the second phase. This is where they're going to select the women who are going to access the grants.
Okay.
There are around 600 women who are going to access grants for their organizations. And then in the final phase, we have those who will be selected. Now, from the 600, the selected beneficiaries will be able to participate in an accelerator program. And then they're going to get US dollars, around 10,000 US dollars per country for their organizations.
Wow.
Yeah. So basically, its aim is to empower women in Africa.
Okay. And how many women are participating in this?
Currently, we are 3,000
3,000.
from the
Wow.
3 countries. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
3,000 from Kenya, Ivory Coast, and Nigeria.
Wow. So these are,
Yeah.
at this point, these are the 3 participating countries. But
Yeah.
is there going to be some expansion along the way to other?
I think I'm sure they will expand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So you have been really very busy. So you're participating in all this program with the efforts of supporting your girls and women to pursue
Sure. Yeah.
STEM.
Yeah.
Are there things that you need for any listener that may want to support your initiatives? Is there some resources that you may need that you want your viewer, challenges that you're going through that you want your viewers to help you address in Kenya with your
Yes, sure.
initiative? Yes.
I would really, I'm praying for support because in a public school, we don't receive so much high salaries. It's very little. And then my husband is not working, he's jobless. So I'm supposed to support my family, and it's not easy.
Mm.
Yeah. And then here I have this organization, I need to set it up. Yeah. So I need resources. Yeah, I will not shy away to say that. I need resources.
Okay.
I need to set up a school, set up a center. Yeah, so that these girls can come to a center that is readily equipped. Yeah, and I need to get people who are at least 2 or 3 teachers who are able to teach coding, programming, and digital skills for these students. I'm able to guide and counsel. Yeah, because I've said I want to first of all counsel these girls and to teach them these career pathways. Yeah, and so I need professionals who are able to take up this coding and programming and Python and all that. Yeah, so I would require resources. I need a laptop, I need a projector. So yeah, that's part of my plan. Yeah.
So in terms of projectiles and laptops, I know in depending on which country you live, the compatibility of technology can be an issue. So is there a way to address that? So let's say if there are technology that is sent to you from United States to Kenya, will compatibility of, be a problem?
I don't think it will be a problem.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
I
because
really
we're actually
go
using
ahead.
refurbished laptops. We buy refurbished laptops from the States, from Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, and they work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know. It's good to know. So
Yeah, sure.
so what is your vision in terms of the laptop? Enough for your teachers that you like to hire, or enough for your students for the coding?
Actually, enough for the students, at
Okay.
least 10 to 15 for the startup.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That is good to know. Is there any
Yeah.
other thing that you would like to mention for the audience, for the viewers?
Yes, I'll mention that I'm passionate about what I am doing. I am seeing, I have a vision that it's going to be something that is going to be workable because it's something out of passion. It's not something that I have forced. It's actually something that I thought about, and I realized that I need to do this for humanity. I need to do this for the girls, for empowerment. We don't need to lose more girls to early pregnancies and all that. I need to see girls who are empowered in my community.
Yes.
Because this is the future of tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to commend you on a job well done and your effort in starting your initiative to help girls and women to empowering them. So it is this challenges that you are facing. I can imagine that it is the challenge that we see all across Africa and
Yeah.
our BIPOC community. Uh,
Yeah.
I would like to challenge anyone that is watching this program. Your support is indeed really needed. Um, Imagine being able to change a life of one single girl, giving a single girl an opportunity to go to college, to major in the STEM programs. Then imagine having many more Caroline Nyaga in Kenya, in Africa, in all of our BIPOC community. Imagine how the power of that potential of changing lives. So that's what you want to think about. I would like to challenge you. I'd like to encourage you to support Mrs. Caroline Nyaga in Kenya. So, Mrs. Nyaga, is there, if someone wants to reach out to you, is there a way for them to reach out to you if they want to support you? Is there a way? How can they reach you?
I can give out my number, my email.
Okay.
My number is 254
Yeah.
713 096 909. That is my line. It is always on 254 713 096 909.
And
And my email is Karimi Lorak. Karimi is Karimi. Lorak is LORAC @gmail.com.
excellent.
Yeah.
Do
Thank
you
you.
have a website that you have constructed? Do you have a website at this point, or are you planning to have a
Yes,
website?
yes, we have a website.
Okay.
We have a website,
Okay.
womeninSTEM.simdiv.com.
Very good. And I
Yeah.
will collect that information later, and I
Yeah.
will put it up once I, post this video discussion between myself and you,
Thank you so
so
much.
that all the audience will be able to reach you as soon as possible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank you for taking the time, Mrs. Nyaga, for
Thank
talking
you.
with me about STEAM and women empowerment in Kenya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you again and hearing good news the next time I interview and I talk with you. All right. I
Thank
really do.
you.
Thank you so much. You
Thank you
take
so
good
much.
care
Thank
now.
you.
Thank you
I
so
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
God
Everyone,
bless you.
thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll talk to you later. You have a
Thank you.
wonderful day. Bye-bye.